Flosstube. It's me, Patty, from the Fourboysandanlgirl Flosstube and Knitting Podcast. This is going to be a Flosstube video all about my stitching over the summer. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get back. The summer was crazy busy. It was a really good summer, but it was crazy busy. And I'll tell you more about that later on in the video. So I wanted to show you some of the stitching that I've gotten up to the summer. I've got one finished object, a few things that I was working on that I'd hoped to finish that I haven't yet. Hello, Bella. Put this down a little bit so you can see Miss Bella. Miss Bella is one of our two calico cats. She's our short hair. We also have a long hair. And what she's doing right now is very typical for her. She likes to be near you, right next to you. She doesn't like to be, she's not a lap cat. She doesn't want to be on your lap. She will not settle on your lap, but she really loves being right next to you. And right now I am in my stitchy and knitting spot, and this is where we both spend a lot of our quality time together. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to show you, I'll try and remember to, let's see what I'm going to show you first. So I will put in this is Sampler Cove's Our Anniversary. And I am, show you what so this is what the pattern looks like. I am doing mine on some hand-dyed by Rolanda fabric. I'll put in a picture right here showing you where I was at the beginning of the summer. And I've done a little bit of work on this. This is where I am now. Oh, the color's a little bit dark. This is a gorgeous pattern. And I'm using some more hand-dyed Rolanda silk, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love the variegation in it. And I'm only using this. This is color S-04. And I'm only using this silk. So the pattern I think calls for 2 or 3 I think, even though it's all red. It calls for I think 3 different shades, and I'm doing mine just in the same color blue. And this is what I'm stitching it on, is 28 count casual. And it's in her color Irish Cream, though I have to say that this, it is a gray and rainy day this morning, so this is not really true to, the colors are not exactly perfect. I'll move my microphone a little bit closer to me. Hopefully you can hear me. And I'm forgetting where to look. I need to look over here and not here. Okay, that's that one. This is housed in one of my Evertote lovely Evertote cross-stitch bags. I think this is a medium-sized one, and I love it. And I have a couple more bags heading to me shortly that I had ordered from Caroline. Hi, Caroline. I love her bags. They're really well made, and they're perfect for stitching or for knitting. And I'm a bit of an addict. I have, I think, 5 bags and more coming. So that's that one. Another one that I had really hoped to get finished this summer and haven't, and I need to look at it now and see how much, I'm sure I have very, very little left on this project to finish it off. This is a Cotton and Twine. So I was a Cotton and Twine subscription member. Cotton and Twine is a company with the designers, the Historical Sampler Company in the UK. And this was their July 2018 design for subscription members, and I just love it. See those cute little beach huts and the lace on top, the little pom-pom lace came with it. Came with the, and so actually everything that, so even the ribbon to go around the hoop there also came with it. So here's a picture from the beginning of the summer. And here is a picture. Now, as you can see, I am almost finished. I need to put a little bit of, maybe a couple hours, and this will be done. This Evertote needle minder from Christmas last year, I think, from the Christmas kit. Last year, the year before. So I need to get, sorry, I apologize for the wrinkles. I need to get cracking on that one because I would like to get it finished. Of course, I'm going to have to put it away now because of the time of year it is. But it would be great to have that finished up and off my to-do list. This again is housed in another Evertote bag. Told ya, I've got an Evertote addiction problem. Another beautiful pattern and bag, or fabric pattern and bag by Caroline. Okay, let me show you a finished object. So this is something that I whipped up fairly quickly at the end of the summer for it's a late wedding gift. The wedding was at the end of June. I haven't even got this finished yet, so it's definitely a late wedding present. This, I won't show you a before picture because I just started this. I didn't, can't remember when I started, but it took less than a week to stitch this up. I think it was 4 days, 5 days. So this is a heart and hand design, Mr. and Mrs. It's a really cute little design. And this is and I should know, this is stitched on, it called for 30 count parchment linen. I got this in a kit from Traditional Stitches in Calgary. I could not come up with a name there. That was Patty's brain, my neurons not synapsing on TV on my channel. That's a little embarrassing. Anyway, this, it might be a 30 count. If I figure out what this linen is, I will put it in the description. Otherwise, I wanted to show you, I've changed the colors slightly from the pattern. I kind of went by what the colors look like in the picture versus what was called for. It is crescent colors, one and the other ones were Gentle Art. I used a Victorian motto. So it calls for Gentle Art Carriage Black, and I used Victorian motto Slate for the Mr. and Mrs. So here is the finished piece. So a nice, kind of thoughtful little wedding present. Love the variegation there. I really love the variegated hand-dyed threads. I think they're really pretty. Now that I'm finished that piece, this chart is up for grabs. So it has been gently used, if you're fine with that, and it also still has enough beads. Heart and Hand was very generous with the bead embellishments, so there are still enough beads to complete another one. So if you're interested in that, just let me know, and I will make sure that this gets off to you. So put something in the comments about something about wedding. So Mr. and Mrs. or wedding or something to indicate that you're interested in this chart. Just please don't put giveaway or in your comments, so that, I don't know if people actually do that, do they? Do people troll through comments and try and win things? I don't know. Anyway, Flosstubers usually say don't put giveaway in the comments, so I'm just going to follow suit. I'm going to be a lemming and follow suit. Okay, I had a giveaway way back in, I guess, June. And I've got this cross-stitch crazy little kit that came with one of my magazines that I was giving away. I will draw that after I tape this. So congratulations to the winner at the bottom of the screen. Send me your my email address. I'll also put it at the bottom of the screen. Send me an email so I can get this sent off to you. And congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. It's really pretty. The colors are really nice. So I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get that off, but as I'll explain at the end of the video, I'll do a little bit of life synopsis at the end of the video. I just really didn't have time for a whole lot of anything this summer. Okay, I'm going to show you, I'm thrilled to announce, I guess, that I've been featured in another needle pulling thread magazine. This is a Canadian magazine, craft magazine. And this is issue, I should know this offhand, but I don't. What issue is this? Issue 50. And that is the piece right there. And it never, I don't know, do designers ever get tired of seeing their pieces in magazines? I don't. I'm thrilled that this is in here. So I'll just go to the page and show you, because it doesn't show you the chart. You can pick up, I'm not going to be stocking this particular magazine in my Etsy shop this time. So there's the piece. So the theme of this magazine, particular issue, was reuse, reduce, recycle. So that tray that this is on is thrifted. And the candy dish itself, which I'll now show you, is also thrifted. So what I did is I made a design. So here's the candy dish. I'll take the piece out of it. So it's just a little candy dish that I'm going to have by my stitchy spot to put little things in. And then I made a pin cushion, a needle. Let's see if I can get this to seat properly. To go in there. There it is. So it's just a series of geometric shapes and flowers. Nice and bright, because that was a summer issue. And there it is in its finished glory. So it's really, like I said, it's my second time being in this magazine. My piece is on the cover again, and I'm just thrilled. Thank you to Carla, who's the editor of the Needle Pulling Thread magazine. I'm thrilled to be working with you, and it's really fun to see, go in 2 chapters, or to go to a local bookstore and see a magazine with one of your designs on it. I don't think that's ever going to get old. So I want to show you a little bit of haul. So I didn't do a whole lot of cross stitch shopping over the summer, but I did do a little bit, just a little bit. So the first thing I'm going to show you, this is from Traditional Stitches in Calgary. This is an older ink circles pattern, and I did get this. It's called Northwoods, and I got this particularly for my eldest son, who's really into fishing. He thinks he's into hunting. I don't know if he's ever going to go hunting or not, but I picked this out, and he is really excited about the idea of me stitching this for his bedroom. So that's one of my haul pieces. Another one that I received is from Kathy Barrick, and I have to show you this because this is a little, always a thrill. Kathy, when she sends you a pattern, always writes a little note. It says, "Thank you, Kathy." So it's almost like having your pattern signed. So I'm going to put that back in my pattern. So I picked up a Christmas pattern called Reindeer Games from Kathy. And there it is. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm hoping I can get that started, if not during Flossmas, then even before. I think it's a really, Kathy's patterns are just beautiful. And I will probably substitute, there's either DMC or needlepoint silk, and this would be gorgeous. But I'm likely going to substitute, just use DMC or substitute some other over-dyed floss that I have here to do this. It's just gorgeous. So there's that. My next haul piece is from Kitten Stitcher. Hi, Teresa. I love ordering from Kitten Stitcher. I try not to order from Kitten Stitcher very often because I end up with 5 or 6 charts. Hopefully you're watching Kitten Stitcher, and if you're not, you need to go watch Teresa. She is a huge wealth of information, huge supporter of this community, has a wonderful shop, and they're shipping. I can't remember what time of day I ordered, but the shipping was out. I got a shipping notice within 2 hours of my order. If you do watch Teresa, you know Zero. Zero is one of our, Teresa has historically fostered cats and kittens from her local animal shelter, I guess you'd call it, that she supports. I can't remember the name of it, I'm sorry. But she, Zero often is featured in her videos as the cat that she has on her lap that likes to be held upside down like a baby with getting his belly rubbed. And I was thrilled to see when I got my envelope to know that it had been inspected by Zero. I think that is just too cute for words. Now I dropped one of my patterns, so bear with me while I show off my lack of flexibility and pick that up. So the first thing that I got was the 2019 Prairie Schooler. I have to admit, I don't collect these. Like, I don't have, I think I may have one or two others of these, but I got it because there's a sheep on it. And I love sheep. And that's the main reason why I got this particular one. So I think that's just adorable. The little lamb and the sheep, I think, are gorgeous. I picked up I think this might be my first Twin Peak Primitives pattern. I'm not sure, but I have loved this pattern. No, it's not. I've purchased other Twin Peaks because there's at least one snow globe that I have. Anyway, regardless, this one is called a Stitcher's Winter. This is the pattern there. I love this. I think it is just gorgeous. So I have that one. I saw this and thought it was just too cute for words, and I think I'm really going to enjoy finishing this one. It's called Mrs. Bun E-Tail by Brenda Gervais. And the colors, oh, that is, just a second now, let me take that out because that is reflecting. There's a bit of a shine on that one. Doesn't want to come out. There we go, that's better. Isn't that gorgeous? The colors caught me. The colors are, they're really, I know this is definitely a springy pattern. It's kind of the wrong time of year, but the colors really captured me. And I think that's going to be a really fun finish to do. So I'm looking forward to, that won't be stitched anytime in the near future, but I am glad that I have that pattern now. I also received, I went to her sale section, as I usually do if I'm going shopping at a cross stitch shop, and I picked up this. This is a shepherd's bush pattern. It's called Santa Berry Pudding. It is an older chart, but I just love it. And it says, Santa comes on Christmas Eve, seeking those who yet believe, through a frosty winter's night, in a sleigh with reindeer flight, bringing joy to large and small, Merry Christmas one and all. You can always spot a shepherd's bush, and it's still as gorgeous now as it was in, I wonder what year this was, 1996. And I'm still a fan, and I still want to purchase it. That's awesome. Okay, I picked up a couple of ink circles. These are my first ink circles patterns. One actually is for a giveaway, so I'll do that in a second. But the other one, this is one that Caroline at Off the Grid Needle Arts had as a giveaway on her channel a little while ago, and I liked it so much, and I wasn't a winner. I liked it so much, so I decided to get it, to purchase it. This is Ink Circles Bloomers. And I think, hopefully that glare is okay. Take it out. Here we go. The purple flowers remind me of thistles, and I have a soft spot for thistles. Not when they poke me, but in art and such. My husband is of Scottish descent, and I think that's why I have a soft spot for thistles. So there's that one. I also picked up this book. It's called Autumn and Not Forgotten Firm, and this has 3 different cross-stitch. It's a series of needlework projects, but it has these particular cross-stitch patterns in it, which I thought were gorgeous. And there's another picture on the back of a couple more of the projects in there. This is by Lori Brecklin, Brechlin. Needlework Projects to Warm Your Heart and Hands. I'm back. You may not have noticed that there was a gap there, but my phone, I ran out of storage. I will be putting some information at the end of the video about just some little, I guess, some vlogs or some videos taken from what we were up to the summer, and those videos aren't off my phone yet, so I have a lot of storage being used up. Anyway, back to what I was talking about, which was that September marks the anniversary, podiversary of my YouTube channel. And in celebration of that, I wanted to give away a pattern. I'm giving away an Ink Circles pattern. It's the Roll Your Own Mandela set, which means that it's a customizable color palette system. This has 6 patterns in it, or 6, well, it has 3 patterns, 2 large and 1 small. And it is You can do a variety of different, either choose your own colors entirely, or there's a variety of different, I think there's 12 or more pattern options. So this is, and I'll do it nice and close. I really like this one here. I love the colors. Reminds me of Christmas. There's the little ones. So I would love to give that out to a lucky winner. So I guess that's 2 giveaways. One for the Mr. and Mrs. chart, for the heart and hand chart, and one for this ink circles chart. Thank you to Teresa Kitten Stitcher for providing, well, she didn't, I paid for it. Thank you to Kitten Stitcher for carrying the pattern. So if you're interested in the ink circles pattern for the giveaway for my it's not my Flossiversary necessarily, but for my anniversary of my channel, then please put ink circles in your comment. And you can sign up for both. Just put ink circles and Mr. and Mrs. or wedding in your comment, and that would be fine too. So I guess some life stuff. It's been a wonderfully busy summer. One of our oldest son was in baseball. We didn't sign up the youngest 2 for baseball early enough, so they missed their spot, but the boys are baseball obsessed. We took them on a wilderness camping trip this summer where we took 2 canoes out and were gone for 3 days and 2 nights. In the middle of nowhere in Terra Nova National Park. One of the boys didn't cope with that really well. He was crying by the second night. He wanted to go home. I think he was a little nervous that there was nobody around us for hundreds of kilometers. There was a couple of directions. There were people within a few hours, but and our cell phone was kind of working. We had some cell service, so we were fine. And it was an adventure, so I'll probably put a little bit of video in about that. We got a new cat bed for Bella, who is now curled up, so I have some pictures of her in her new cat bed. I know that doesn't seem like a very exciting thing to mention, but, you know, keeping the cats happy is something that is important to us here. We had some company here. My in-laws visited from British Columbia, so that was really, really nice, and we did some touring with them, so I'll probably have a little bit of footage or photos taken from that time period. I don't put people in the photos necessarily, but have some information about that. We stayed in one of the places we stayed was in Port Rexton at the Fisher's Loft, which I would highly recommend if you're visiting the Port Rexton Trinity area. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful location, beautiful accommodation. The food was excellent, really, really nice. And yeah, the summer flew. This is probably, and I think it's because we stayed home and we had a schedule of, okay, we've got this to look forward to in a couple of weeks, then we have company, then we have this happening. I think because it was a summer like that, whereas I didn't go away and bring the boys somewhere, I found it to be a very quick summer. And I ended up at one point, at the end of the summer, I was going to take the boys out to Grossmoor National Park for a week's camping. And I ended up canceling that. There just wasn't enough time to get ready for school again. And the boys hadn't had a kind of a week at home because we were so busy with other things. They hadn't kind of had a week at home just to relax the summer. So that was what we did in our last week of August, just before school started on the 4th of September, which was a Wednesday after Labor Day holiday. So they're back in school. Two of them are doing really well, getting back into the groove of things. One is struggling a little bit. Youngest is he likes to push the rules, and he likes to challenge a bit, so we're working with him through that. I'm hoping now in a few weeks that'll settle out. Usually I find it takes our boys about 6 weeks to get used to a change in schedule, and even if it's getting used to the summer holidays, it takes them a while to kind of transition into that, and then it takes them a while to transition back to the structure of school. So we've been busy. Like I said, I keep saying that, but we were busy. I've been fortunate to have been very busy with my cross-stitch business. Lots of orders, local orders. I'm going to be doing some commission work over the fall and winter, which is really exciting. It's been a really full and wonderful summer. I have been watching Flosstube to a certain extent. I have missed 2 months basically of most folks' Flosstube channels, so I really need to get caught up. I know that it's been a busy summer for other people as well. I hope that you're doing well where you are, that the fall is treating you well. I've already started, and I think other people have as well, fall decorating. At the end of August, I just hauled out my pumpkins, my fake pumpkins. I love the fall. It's one of my favorite seasons, and I want to be pumpkin spice all the things. And I'm really enjoying getting settled in, and I'm getting some house cleaning done and just getting some tidying and general upkeep done around the house so that we can, ease into the year, the school year. The school year, I always find that, I guess it's because we're trained that we start school in September. I find September more of a rejuvenating, getting started with new projects time of year than I do even with the real new year. So I find this a very exciting and wonderful, fulfilling time of the year. I really like the fall. So on that note, I hope you like a few of the video clips at the end of this video about our summer. I won't put them all in because I am next week. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Atlantica knitting crocheting retreat that I host is happening this weekend, starting tomorrow. So next week I will do a podcast about the retreat and how it went. I'll have lots of knitting content. And because of that, because I'm going to be doing that video, I will also put a little bit of our summer vlogs in there as well. So if you want to see entirely what I was up to this summer, you'll need to also look at my knitting video. It's been great chatting with you. I have missed you all. Thank you so much for everybody who's gotten in contact with me, wondering if everything's okay and wishing us a wonderful summer. It has been. And I really look forward to doing this regularly again so that we can have our weekly or bi-weekly chats. So take care, get some stitching in, have a cup of tea or coffee, and enjoy the fall weather. Take care. Bye. So we're finally all packed. Just a couple more straps to put on and we're ready to go on our big adventure. This is what you need when you go take 5 people on a wilderness camping trip for 2 days. So we've left our little backcountry island and we've canoed over to the mainland to look at some other campsites. And I'm singing away to myself in case there are bears. It's pretty warm. We're all in our swimsuits and our life jackets, so don't know how active bears are in the heat. However, I'm not willing to take the chance. I can hear my family. I'm not sure where they are, but I can find them by sound. It's a beautiful area. I can't tell you how sweet the air smells here. And I love the caribou moss. All that caribou moss. And we have seen 2 caribou.